Hello everybody and welcome to the Zea Tea Q&A Extravaganza. Poo poo poo! Explosions. Yes, hello everybody. And this is the Q&A video that I promised in December last year. A little bit of context if you need it. I did release a video about a few months ago requesting for comments, and a lot of people did actually ask some questions for me to answer, so the rest is history. Here's this video for you today. And we are going to go through every question that we got. What if I don't want to? Well, I mean, you don't have to. How's life been since lockdown, especially for a film student? How much has lockdown affected you? It's a very good question. Here's a very good answer. Badly. It's affected me badly. My university course is meant to be 70/80% practical and then 20% theory, but the most of my classes and projects that I've been doing have been theory due to lockdown. From Film Filter, what is the most prized possession in your collection right now? Of all time, I don't know, that's a big question. In terms of merch, if we're talking specifically Doctor Who, the most valuable is my Frederick Muller original of An Exciting Adventure of the Daleks. You can tell because it says Muller on the bottom. This is a very rare collector's piece, and I haven't dared to read it, and I got this back in 2017. As for most prized possession of all time, probably my battle jacket, if that counts as merch, because it has a lot of patches on it, as you can see, but I am planning to make a new one soon because I've got quite a few patches that need to go somewhere, and there isn't really enough room on there to put every single patch that I have now on there. Anywho, next question is, when is your next collection video? When I get enough merchandise to show off, I suppose. Hopefully soon, because I have collected a few things. What's your next film going to be about? That's a good question. I mean, I've got two short film, like serious short film ideas, both of them being thriller kind of based films, which I'm hopefully going to do after lockdown, but I can't really put any of those ideas into action, like I say, until some of the restrictions ease off and filming becomes safer to do. But until that day, I've got a couple parody films, if you want to call them films, in the works, which hopefully will come out soon, which I'm very excited about. Also, can you give an insider into your workout routine and or maybe a video about it? I'm not exactly a fitness guru, so if I made a video about it, it would be very amateur, so I probably won't. I do have dumbbells. Fuck it, I'll get them, hold on. Yep, here's one of them. This is 8.25 kilos and I have two of these. And my daily workout is usually an hour walk a day plus 30 to 40 sit-ups a day, depending on what I'm feeling. And then 10 to 15 press-ups, depending on what I'm feeling. And then 5 to 10 burpees. That's usually all it is, but sometimes I do more, sometimes I do a little bit less, depending on how I'm feeling. Really, it's not that strict, but it works for me, so yeah. Alright, next questions are from Swift Sidious. If I pronounced that wrong, I'm sorry. Are you a tea drinker? If so, what tea brand do you think is superior? Also, what is your favourite Tom Baker episode? Oddly enough, despite my channel name, I'm not a big tea drinker. I prefer coffee, but I prefer my tea with 2 sugars, if that's anything to go for. I don't really favour tea though, so I'm not really familiar with many tea brands. And my favourite Tom Baker episode is probably Genesis of the Daleks. I'm a basic bitch. Next is from Dylan. What's your favourite audio? Probably master or spare parts, at least if you ask me on the spot. If I had to think about it more, maybe the War Doctor box set or the War Master box set. See, I'm volume 1. Have you ever had eggs?
Oh fuck, they're sick, man.
Would you ever go gay? Nah, sorry Dylan. Favourite Master story? Maybe the Demons. Next is from 2855. If you are a metalhead, why not wearing New Rock boots? Cause I uni student and have not money. Alright, next question is from Talking TARDIS. Favourite series besides Doctor Who? Probably The Walking Dead. Top 5 favourite and least favourite videos that you've made? That's a long question, so I'm going to narrow it down to last year. My favourite video from last year is probably Would You Rather, because I spent a lot of time and effort on that video. And my least favourite from last year might be Phone, or maybe the Metalhead tag video, I guess. I don't know. 5 YouTube inspirations for your channel. Some of these are going to be obvious and some of them aren't. 5 Who Fans was an inspiration for my channel back in the day, if you couldn't tell, in the 2018 era. Another inspiration for more recently, J-Hoff Films. I really like J-Hoff Films. Also Batman March, in terms of Doctor Who inspiration for YouTube. I guess The Who Addicts to a degree, and then one more. Maybe Markiplier. I really like Markiplier, but he's not particularly an inspiration, but he is an amazing YouTuber that I really do look up to. But yeah, anyway. Next question. What is the point of life? I wish I knew. If someone asked you where to start with Big Finish, what audio would you recommend? Probably Spare Parts, because it's a Genesis of the Cybermen type of story, and it's quite a digestible adventure. It's only 2 hours, so I'd probably say that one. What is your go-to episode from both classic and new series? From classic, probably Remembrance of the Daleks, and new series, probably Bad Wolf Parting of the Ways, maybe? How would you describe this year? If we're talking about 2020, terrible. What are your hopes for 2021? Not terrible. Of the gigs you've been to, which is your favourite? Probably Sabaton or Maiden. I really loved both of those concerts. If you could meet one band, what would it be? Avenged Sevenfold, for sure. What's one place you want to walk before you die? To an early grave. Finally, how much do you love me? I don't. I fucking despise you. What vids can we expect in the future? More short films, more metal videos, and a bit more Doctor Who. How would your channel have looked if it wasn't for this pandemic? That's a very good question. It was very, very limited once the pandemic hit. I'm not sure really. I did still make quite a few videos that I wanted to make. I think if I didn't have this pandemic, I wouldn't have been so creatively strained, and therefore wouldn't have been brainstorming so many ideas that I would want to do if there wasn't a pandemic. So I suppose it's a catch-22 that my channel might be quite similar but different type of videos. I don't know. It's a very difficult question to answer that. What's the best genre? Of music or film? Of music, metal. Of film, probably sci-fi or horror. For me personally. Do you play games? If so, what are the ones you like and hate? Yes, I play video games. I in fact have a second channel where I sometimes play video games. The uploading is very infrequent, though. I apologise. The best game that I've played of all time in terms of quality and enjoyment is probably Outlast. It's such a great horror game. I enjoyed it all the way through. Such a great experience. Best horror game that I think has ever been created. I love it. But other games that I enjoy is probably Call of Duty, but specifically the zombies mode in it. I guess I quite like Minecraft. I suppose those are the main ones. In terms of the ones that I hate, I could think of a fair few that I hate. Just Cause is a very terribly optimized game. I don't say I hate the game, but it definitely could run better. What was that really rubbish Wii game, that Doctor Who Wii game? Full to Earth, was it? That was a very terrible game. Speaking of Doctor Who games, the Doctor Who Adventure games, who remembers those back in, I think, 2011 or 2012? Those were amazing. Those games that you used to be able to get on the BBC store. Who remembers those? Those are amazing. But yeah, that about does it for this Q&A video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any more questions for me to answer, you can put it in the comments of this video and I might make another one. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.